Okay, so we have some news to go through and we have some specific data I want to show you so you guys can be fully aware of what I'm thinking in this market. I know it's been a little bit shaky for XRP, but I do think there will be another leg of this bull market to come. And of course, XRP is one of the altcoins that I believe is going to do the best in this bull market.
XRP 상승이 한 번 더 남았다고 생각하는 8년차 트레이더 코너 특정 데이터를 보여주겠다고 하는데요. 어떤 데이터가 상승을 암시하는지 알아보겠습니다.
And jumping over to the XRP chart, you can see here we have now put in a support at $2.82. This is a higher low from the last low of about $2.74. I'm waiting patiently with my trade still open. You can see my XRP collateralized trade here still in significant profits, plus my USDT XRP trade here also in profits. Now, why do I think that we're going to head higher? Well, first of all, we have Ethereum has bounced very nicely over the last few hours here. I'm pretty annoyed I didn't get to add to my trade. I had a buy order set at about just about $4,000 here, just above it, but I never managed to hit that. But I do have the trade waiting here to hopefully still make profit if this does head upwards. But I'm not about to jump in more into this trade. I follow my strategy and I'm very strict with that. Now, XRP is it's lower than what people would have expected. I know people are disappointed with the price action, but the overall market has been red, right? This is today we are getting some green, but on the week you can see all altcoins are down. So XRP isn't an outlier here. In fact, the whole market has been down. The stock market's been down, which has in turn been pulling down Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been down. It made a low of about 112.4 here, which is a higher low, just like XRP. And that has pulled down the altcoins. We can see that in the total two here. That's also pulled down, but we are seeing quite a heavy bounce right now. So could this be the shift in the market, or do we have more pain to go? I'm not quite sure, but my bias is still bullish because none of my bull market data has flipped, right? We didn't break, for example, the 200 MA. We didn't lose any market structure. This is the 200 MA here. We didn't lose this uptrend right here, higher lows and higher highs, still intact here for Bitcoin. So I'm sitting quite comfortably here. And the data I want to share with you guys is just take a look at this. So we now have the majority of the market flipping for Bitcoin. So the market has flipped from being predominantly bullish to bearish. We can see that using the Bitcoin exchange liquidation map. There is far more shorts in the market for Bitcoin than there are longs. This makes me bullish as a contrarian trader. I want to go against the majority of the market because I know the majority of the market tend to lose money. That's why when we're in a pullback, the majority of the comments on this channel are basically calling me an idiot, saying XRP is going lower, saying the bull market is over. But when we have a push to the upside and the market is euphoric and I say I've taken some profits, most of the comments are telling me I'm an idiot because we're going to go significantly higher. So I'm consistently trying to go against the grain in this market. And one of the best ways to tell what the market is doing, in my opinion, and in my strategy, is taking a look at the Bitcoin and the exchange liquidation. Now, if we take a look at XRP, we can see that almost the entire market of traders is betting that XRP is going to go down. Look how many shorts. There's $1.25 billion worth of shorts and just $275 million worth of longs. So most people right now are bearish on XRP. That makes me bullish. This reminds me of back here when everyone was extremely bearish on XRP for years. But I know that the XRP Ripple case has been dropped and people are expecting a big push to the upside. The reason I believe this hasn't happened yet, and by any stretch of the imagination, by extreme pushes to the upside hasn't happened, is because I actually believe that we've moved significantly because the market was already pricing in that win. You can see 468% from end of the last year to where we are now. And this is a wonderful move. Remember, guys, this is actually one of the best performing assets in the entire space. So don't be annoyed that XRP didn't explode yet. We've actually had an amazing move. And I know a lot of you guys have been around for the last few years. So we've seen an incredible gain. And I think there's going to be more gain, but we need to practice patience. And all the news in the market right now is also showing me that we are looking relatively bullish. We've got Tom Lee's BitMine Bitcoin accumulating Ethereum at record paces. And Tom Lee thinks that Ethereum is going to go to $5,000 very soon. That push is going to be very good for altcoins. He also thinks that the Fed Chair Powell's speech on Friday will be key for Ethereum. And like I said, he's bullish. So if we're bullish on Ethereum and Ethereum starts to break out, I think that's going to be bullish for the altcoins and in turn XRP. So that's why I've got all my trades open. But remember, guys, I could be wrong. I don't know for sure what's going to happen, but I'm sitting patiently waiting for our next move. With that said, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.